Here you go, baby. You hungry? Ooh.
Baby. Why you look so stressed? You look so
I need to
stressed.
get my hair done. I just don't have no time because I've been watching Emery all day.
Hey. I ain't no babysitter. I'm her father. I got her. I got
I can go
her.
now?
Yeah, girl, here. You want take the car, go.
Thank you.
Get your mwah. See me and you, Chunka. Yes, my tickle. I said, yo, you be walking around here like the boss. Stay in a child's position. You still need a booster seat, but I boost the algorithm. This is a style collision. You stay up all night. I like to sleep. I don't mess with your bottle or baby food, but you grab my fork when I like to eat. Everybody like, she's so cute with her little pierced ears. But they don't know when you hollering for a bottle, it's your screaming that pierced ears. So while your ears are blinging, my ears ringing. This battle rap stage, you know what I do on this. You just got some new teeth, right? Well, here's some food for thought. Chew on this. When it come to these bars I'm cooking you, you can't chef with me. This is my specialty. I got the recipe. Just because you learned to walk a few weeks ago, don't mean you could step to me. Every time you...
Get out my baby's face.
Well, hey, baby, what you doing back so fast?
I gotta use the bathroom before I go, but that's not the point.
Sorry.
Why do you believe the earth is round? Because it is round. The only reason you believe that stupid shit is because that's what they told your stupid ass in school. If they would have told you the earth is rectangular shaped, you believe the earth is rectangular shaped. You don't even own your own mind. You're being brainwashed. You're a fucking idiot. You have no proof the earth is round.
You have no proof the earth is flat.
Yes, I do. Whenever you go outside and you walk, you're walking on a flat surface. When have you ever went outside and walked on a round surface? If the earth was round, you'd be walking on a round surface, you idiot.
If the earth was flat, explain to me why you can't walk off the earth.
How do you know you can't walk off the earth?
Oh my.
No. What's the real shit? How do you know you can't walk off the earth? Like, who told you that shit? How do you know? Cause on my mama, you can. How do you know you can't walk off the earth? I promise you can.
Google and ChatGPT literally said the earth is round.
Is the earth actually round, or is Google and ChatGPT made by people who want you to believe the earth is round?
Oh my God.
Y'all not thinking, bro, I'm telling you. Y'all not thinking. You are not in control of your mind. Think for yourself for once. Think!
Bro, this is how you know the earth is round. If you get in a plane and fly in a straight line for long enough, you'll end up in the exact same spot.
Lies.
How's that a lie?
If I get in a plane and fly in a straight line for long enough, I will not end up in the exact same spot. I will end up flying off the face of the earth.
So why has nobody ever flew off the earth?
How do you know nobody ever flew off the earth?
Oh my.
No. How do you know nobody ever flew off the earth? How? They're not gonna tell you that. Because if they do, that's gonna scare people from flying, and then people aren't gonna fly, and that can make the government lose money. And you know the government is all about money. How do you know no one ever flew off the face of the earth? Why would they tell you? Who are you? You're a nobody. Remember that. Remember that. You're a loser.
What do you think? Do you think you are the one?
Honestly, I don't know.
You know what that means? It's Latin. Means know thyself. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
You know, and this is before the Council of Nicaea. This is for 523 AD BC. When religion was really first being born and created. And don't quote me on those dates, y'all. Look it up. BCE 520D or BCE, something like that. Y'all look it up. But this is when Pope Constantine and the Council of Nicaea had really formed Christianity, y'all. We're going back before then. before then, before we heard of pastors, before we heard of, you know, what they call the Kohanim or priests, before we heard of people literally being in certain types of temples, helping facilitate people healings, you had these nomads where people will walk around and they still believed in demons, they believed in evil spirits, and they believed that you can catch a spirit, and if you caught this evil spirit, that it can have a detriment on your body, meaning that you can catch a certain type of spirit and it will deteriorate your cells, right? Now check out this terminology. So way back when, you know, 2,000 years ago, it was these people, civilizations of people, and they thought that by thinking wrong, and they thought that by, you know, getting into certain types of worships, that you can catch an evil entity. And when you caught this evil entity, that it will break down your cells and it will deteriorate your body, right? And if somebody came in contact with you and touched you, that evil entity or that evil spirit would jump off of you and jump onto the other person. And when that evil entity jump into that other person, it will have the same effect on their body, which will break down their cells. They will be delusional. It will make them actually sick in the head or sick in the mind. And when they get this illness, notice these words, when they get this illness, it will break down their body and break down their tissues. Well, it was a certain man that was chosen by God. If this man was chosen by God, he walked upright, and if he was righteous, he had the capability of coming in contact with you, and this spirit can try to jump on him, but it couldn't jump on him. So he couldn't get ill, he couldn't get sick, he couldn't get possessed. And he had the actual ability to actually rebuke that spirit up out of you and perform an exorcist to get rid of that spirit, and then you was made whole again.
Following. What's up, family? How's everybody doing today? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day, y'all? What's the goal every day? Man.
Blow up like I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would.
That's it. Get somebody to smile. Make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. Check this out. We have to get to the basic root of the problem. And what is the problem today, y'all? The problem every day is the generational curse. It is the fact of the agenda that was pushed on us. We have to wake up. Jesus is not coming to save us. It's within us, which means we have to take accountability. This shit is not a game. Even though I'm smiling, it's not a game, y'all. But you gotta smile because you can't let it get to your emotions. There's things that you have to do in life within self to keep yourself from being insane, from having your emotions control you. You have to understand and understand how emotions work within yourself so you can control it. When you start to control that, then you can start to reflect on others and tell them how to implement the same technique. Now it's up to them if they want to listen. That's the problem. A lot of people are already attached to their emotions because they was never taught, and this world has taught us to fear things, to go to work and stress. All of this is causing your own disease. So you got to get to this understanding that you are your biggest enemy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I believe I know what you are saying.
Again, it's only for like-minded people. You have to tap into your Christ conscious, y'all. And so many of y'all are lost because this is controlling y'all. How many of y'all out there with this is controlling you? You probably listen to me now and you already triggered.
I run with 12 gangs, and we only commit hate crimes. I'll do what I want.
Why? Because this is how the devil works within you. When you are a weak-minded person, you can easily be manipulated. So we got to break this down. This world has taught us that cheating is for men and women. They trying to teach y'all that we are equal and we're not. Y'all got to get to that understanding. You're a female, which means emotions is there. It's in you. Y'all emotional creatures. This is why they separated emotions, feminine from men, so he can stay logical.
The Bible makes that clear. Adam wasn't deceived. He just wanted to please his wife. He wanted to please her. Look at today's society. And y'all man gotta realize that you can't please a woman. You can't please her. God gave a woman breasts. She wants to get implants. God gave a woman nice pair of buttocks, right? She wants to get a BBL. God gave a woman, you know, a nice nails. They want to paint it, okay? God gave a woman nice skin. They wanted to cover it up with tattoos. So, moral of the story, if God can please, no, wait, hold on. Let's not stop there. God gave Eve and Adam everything. God gave Eve and Adam everything, the whole, all the acres, everything. He gave her everything, right? The crops, the gardens, all you could think of. And that wasn't enough for Eve. So what makes you think you're gonna be able to please her? Like, man gotta start walking in wisdom. That's why I told you guys. Y'all, the Bible makes that.
Learn to quit testing. TikTok, when they gonna learn to quit testing my knowledge? She said, so you believe a woman come from a rib too? 100%. Now, let's talk about it. Do you know what rib is short for? Rib stands for DNA. Here, let me help you out. Ribosomes. It's a single pair of DNA, which comes from your father. And ribosomes contains the messenger RNA, you know, carries the message into an empty egg. So yes, woman 100% comes from man's rib, because rib is short for ribosomes. And you also have to remember that it is the man that determines the sex of the baby. Now, please don't shoot the messenger ribosome. I'm just trying to drop a little knowledge.
Let me get this straight. Y'all mad at men for cheating, but never asked yourself what type of man you picked. Y'all chase the dudes with money, status, and attention. And y'all want to act surprised when he exercises options? A man of value ain't playing by the same rules. He earned access. Y'all was okay with that when the gifts was coming in. Let's just be real. Most of you women would rather cry in a Benz than just build with a loyal man at the bottom. Why y'all want a lion but get mad when he hunts? I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. It's not cheating. It's called being in demand.
That's why you gotta follow behind the man, because he's gonna have his Christ conscious. Now, you might fall into the trap of a man that don't know shit, but that's on you, because you got to get to this understanding to see this man and what he's really worth. You have to test people's spirits, people. Every day, you have to test people's spirits, because you never know what type of spirit that you're actually dealing with. And it goes back to polygyny and polygamy and monogamy. There's three of a difference. Monogamy is what this world has taught us to be selfish. That's where y'all come into play, because they taught y'all that a man is only supposed to be with just you, which is a lie. Come on now, y'all see it in the Bible, but at the same time, you got to understand the Bible. The Bible is telling us who we are, which means the majority of the things that did happen in that Bible didn't really happen, but it did really happen. You got to understand that these people in there are deities, okay? Breaking it down to the source. The source of where the Bible even came from is from birth. It's how we are developed as people. So when you take that into consideration, they took the osmosis that's in your body, the cleansing of the blood, and they made that into Moses, and they made a journey out of him. It's all within you and yourself. Y'all got to get to that understanding. Jesus is not coming back to save you. Yahshua was no different than me trying to show y'all and open up your third eye. Nobody wanted to listen. The disciples are all within yourself. It is your zodiac signs. This is all equivalent to what you are inside. We are looked at like, oh, you was born in March, you're just an Aries. You know what? I am an Aries, but I accumulate a lot more than just that trait.
Solomon never existed. David never existed. You see what I'm saying? These are metaphysical terms. Solomon is Osiris. David is Horus. Jacob is the physical body, which is still a form of Osiris. Call it the jet killer. Jacob's ladder, which is the Kabbalah. Abraham is the black sun. So Solomon, Jacob, Abraham, and David, all of those are part of the same physical body. Different aspects of your same physiological structure. Bethlehem is the soul. You see, Bethlehem is the soul. All of these are metaphysical terms that they historicalize, and you thinking they're real damn people. Because these group of black people, and later on it worked against us because now they got a group of white people threatening to be the chosen people. These group of black people are Camites or Egyptians or northern Ethiopians, took the mythology that was in Greece, Rome, Babylonia, Mesopotamia, over in Persia, over in Kemet, over in Ethiopia, over in Yoruba land, in West Africa, in South Africa with Kulu, and everybody had the same in India. They took that particular thing and said, we're going to take the mythology and make it a historical people. And that way, by it becoming a historical people, we can say that we are the people of God. And so Paul and them did the same thing with the Jesus thing. We're going to take the mythology of the Christ, which is in all of us, I'm going to make it a historical man, and therefore they can throw people off until they become the elite. You see what I'm saying? But even in the doggone book, they tell you that Israel, Egypt, they so-called hate Egypt, the Hebrews. But why the hell is if they hate Egypt, why the hell is Egypt, Mizrahim, a tribe of Israel? Right there alone tell you that we're talking about a mythology thing. So Solomon is basically the Osirian drama. You see, King Solomon, oh yeah, I am black and comely. You see what I'm saying? So Solomon and Osiris is one and the same. Osiris was taken, he was cut into different pieces and thrown over the Nile. Solomon was hit in the head and taken to a different land. Later on become Hiram of Bith out of Solomon's temple. All that's mythology. It has nothing to do with real people. It's all a part of your own soul being separated and scattered all over the earth. And you got to pick up the damn pieces. You see what I'm saying? Osiris was dismembered by Set and taken to a different land. Same as Solomon. The demon took him to a different land. You see what I'm saying? The ring of Solomon, or the circle, or the spear, is the spear of God. The ring of Solomon is the Kundalini energy, or the black dot inside of you. It's the ring of Solomon. It's a circle. And that particular circle has, that Solomon circle, that ring of Solomon is also the 12 signs of the damn zodiac. But the 12 signs of the zodiac is inside of you. That's 12 particular parts of consciousness that's inside of you. The 13th part of the consciousness is the dot inside of the circle. So if you take the circle, the ring of Solomon, and you've seen this, the spirit, you'll see the spirit and you'll see the dot. And if you take it and did do it 12 times, you get the zodiac. You see what I'm saying? The dot in the circle is the centerpiece, which is the 13, which is Christ in the 12 disciples. You see, 12 seasons of the year, but those particular cycles are different archetypes of consciousness, archetypes of the collective unconsciousness. So you all the time, who must say, what sign are you? That's what I mastered that shit. I'm Gemini, I'm all that shit. Because I'm above the damn sign, I'm right here in the motherfucking circle. And how do you get in this circle? Just realize there is a damn circle and you bypass the shit. It's all based on thought. You see what I'm saying? So they say, you know, you're Sagittarius. No, I say, I transcended that shit. I'm all that shit. I might be any of these bastards in any given hour. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not schizophrenic no more. I'm right here in the circle. And that's the Christ. That's the ring of Solomon. So Solomon, in the Hebrew mythology, there's a guy by the name of Rappaport. Just remember that. Rappaport. Get these 3 volumes. You get 3 volumes. You might try to work on getting these. They are worth having. 3 volumes of the Legends of Israel. The Legend of Israel by Rappaport. Rappaport is his last name. Volume 1, 2, and 3. But when you look at this and stuff, this is mythology. And once you take it out of the historical shit and try to tap into the esoteric part, the gates open up. But in there they talk about Solomon. Solomon traps all these demons in his ring, his signet ring. Those demons that he trapped, or these beasts that he trapped, are the signs of the fucking zodiac. But remember, one of the zodiac signs is the fucking man. See what I'm saying? They're talking about 4 beasts, and one of the heads of the beast is a man. That means that the other doggone beast is inside of him. You get where I'm coming from here? So he traps these beasts with his second ring, which means he gets on top of the zodiacal powers, because there's 12 titans. There's 12 zodiacs. It's 12 zodiacs. So we're talking about archetypes of elected consciousness. We're talking about 12 different aspects of melanin. Jason and the Argonauts. Was it 12 Argonauts? Yeah, because they take them and put them on a boat. Which is also, the Jason and the Argonauts is also, you will see the nettles, the Egyptian nettles in the boats. That's nothing but different aspects of the same damn consciousness. Because a circle is also called what? Ark. And ark is the boat. This is the mothership inside of your head. You see what I'm saying? So Jason and the Argonauts is the same story. It's a historical story, it's a physiological story, it's a metaphysical story. Jason and the Argonauts, like I said, go rent the tape, Jason and the Argonauts, and study it. But in that particular tape, remember that a book, Apollonius he was the director of the Library of Alexandria, so he literally took a book out of there. But and he translated it into Greek story. But Jason means, look at this, it means Jah, sun. It means July, August, September, October, November. Metaphysical. You see what I'm saying? Teach. You see, this is the key to this shit. Now, so Solomon traps these demons in his signet ring. You see what I'm saying? What it means, so Solomon, once he traps these demons work for him. These demons are called Goetia. Now I gave you a paper the other night, the people that want to get this after the thing. There's 72 demons of Goetia. These are the demons. You call on any of these motherfuckers and tell them, look, I don't want no bullshit happening. This is the power. You really working with some stuff now, and the cracker will run from your ass. This is your power. These demons of Goetia, that's the demons of melody. You got 7 chakras. You got 7 chakras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 chakras. The 7th chakra being the brow chakra, or the kundalini, or the third eye. With inside of the third eye melanin, there's 72 other chakras. There's 72 Goetic demons, or 72 sons of Ptah. So inside of your third eye is 72 other chakras. Okay? Those 72 other chakras are these seals. Each seal is a chakra. Each seal is a universe. So there's 72 chakras inside of the third eye, which is the ring of Solomon. Those 72 demons, or they called Damians, of Goetia, sits over a legion of 30 to 40 other demons, or army motherfuckers ready to kick ass. But in the encyclopedia, the word legion means 10,000. So if there's 40 legions, there's 40 times 10,000. So we're talking about a damn army of God inside of you that's ready to kill somebody. And we're talking about at least numbering millions. Tens of millions. You see what I'm saying? Because they might have chakras inside of them. This is what the cracker knows. Saw him in the movie Spawn. Go see the movie Spawn. Read the movie Spawn. He was supposed to get his demons from hell. Climb up to heaven's gate and tear down heaven's gate. But the white man come up in there and fooled his ass and told him, no, you got to turn to the light. Not the clown, it was another guy. The clown was a legba. The clown was the trickster. The clown was the devil. Telling him, look man, it's time to get it on. But the white man come up in there and say, no, every so many years we got to come and we got to, you know, a new person got to come and do this thing and turn to the light. So this motherfucker, the effects from his side of getting the damn army of Satan, which was these black shadow figures of melanin, because the word shaitan is another word for melanin, Satan. Satan, melanin, one and the same. It's called the shadow. The shadow of God. Yo, do I walk through the shadow of the valley of death. Anyway, he was supposed to get his demons, his legions of 10,000, but the white man came and fooled him and he turned to a damn light and stopped working for the other motherfucking side. The same damn side that killed his ass, whether he know it or not. But anyway, they changed the stuff all around. You see, they were talking about this, so they made a movie to make sure that they train you not to turn to yourself. That's why they put out the Star Wars thing against it. Don't turn to the dark side. That's the shadow realm, the melanin realm. Called melancholy, the shadow, the negrito in alchemy. You see what I'm saying? The Saul Niger or the Saul nigger, blackening stage, melanin, the substantia nigra. Don't turn around. The effect from God, which means turn around and look at the mouth of God, which is the medulla oblongata, which is the basis of the spine, and the top of the spine and base of the skull, which is where the melanin is. He's supposed to get the demons, the 72 demons, which each 72 of these mugs got a legion of 40,000, and the 40,000, excuse me, a legion of, a legion of 40 legions. He got 40 legions, and each legion is worth 10,000. And he's supposed to get that, or tap into that and get that, but he changed it and they fooled his ass. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Goetia is, and this is the breakdown of the melanin and what the actual melanin is, these daemons. You see what I'm saying? Which later on was degenerated into demon. There's a book called Daemonic Reality. Daemonic Reality. It explains all of this on what this whole daemon thing is. The word agos daemon is Tahuti, which also equals melanin. There's 72 demons of Goetia, having 50 to 60 other demons of melanin, as well as 10,000 legions, because a legion means 10,000. A legion means 10,000, and that's what we're dealing with the whole Solomon thing, which is nothing but Osiris and the energy of Osiris, and the energy of Osiris. This is the Goetia of Solomon the king. But the problem is, you get this and you try to work the magic. See, what's happening is the reason why the government is putting out all this magic shit, because it don't work no more. See, the cycle is gone now. A lot of this magic stuff, other than a few things that you can do, they don't work anymore. That's why I told you, where's that book up? Oh, I got it up here. Yeah, okay, I think I put it in here. That's why. Wait a minute.
It's on the table.
Yeah, here it is. That's why this one is one of the better ones. This book here, The Magician: Studies in Effective Magic by Philip Cooper. Because in here, see, a lot of the magic stuff don't work. That's why they're putting all this shit in. You can go to the regular bookstore and buy all that magic. It don't work now because the cycle, this was a lot of stuff was for another cycle. That cycle has changed now. Now the magic is supposed to be mental power, where you're supposed to not do a practical application, but you're supposed to will this shit in the mind. So they putting out all of this type of stuff. So when you go back, you be doing these little rituals and shit, and you ain't getting nothing. The key is just to study this to get an affirmation of what your own powers are. So it's like a case study. So you can look at the text and actually see the power in it. So it's more of a study than it is a practical application. That's why they started letting all that shit out.
That within myself, I control every part of my zodiac sign and other signs. It's all within self. Y'all gotta get to that understanding. You have the power. They never wanted you to know who you were and who you are. They always wanted to dumb you down, just like they did in X-Men. They gave the mutants things to keep their power dumbed down. And when they started to use their powers, what happened? They got weak. Why? Because they wasn't strong. Not strong enough. No different than Dragon Ball Z, y'all. Come on now, Goku. Every time he went through a battle, he was getting weak, but he got stronger because he never gave up. We get stronger as we go through things, but you got to learn these things in order to elevate self, or you're gonna keep falling right back in the same trap, and that's insanity, y'all. We have to wake up. There are too many families that's broken because a man is not there, because women are not at this understanding of self. Therefore, the devil is already there. I keep saying this. If it's already in you and you don't know self and you can't control your emotions, you're a walking devil. You can easily be manipulated, easily possessed. So therefore, no matter who you with, if something was to happen and you get triggered by anybody, that demon will come out if you don't have control of self. Does that make any sense?
Yes, I believe I know what you are saying.
So you have to get to this understanding that you are your biggest enemy. So what you are, you attract. So if you're not on that frequency of understanding, you're going to attract this demon into your life because you're not at that understanding yet. Does that make sense? A lot of us fall short of this. We got to wake up.
Welfare queens and hoochies, the actual utter ghetto, could not even be desirable even if our life depended on it. The ugliest demographic, the just lost, right? That's what you want us to think. That's what you want us to think. The truth is, we are the most educated. We are extremely desirable. We are the table, the chairs, the foundation, the room, the building, the air you breathe.
What? What the fuck?
And it shows, because there's no way in the world a world could be so obsessive about a particular individual or a particular group of people, so much so that we cannot be silent enough for you. We cannot be loud enough to satisfy you. We cannot be confident enough to satisfy you. We cannot be shy enough to satisfy you. It is as the world is so used to siphoning the love, the laughter, the warmth of a black woman. Never, ever, ever deserved it. Never, ever put forth any effort to say thank you for giving and giving and giving and giving and giving me. Thank you. Just can't let us be. I don't get it. If you don't like me, why can't you leave me alone?
That is literally what.
At men as guilty until proven innocent instead of the opposite. Let me explain. Women are hurt and off by men every single day, and it's because we always want to give men the benefit of the doubt. We want to believe that people are good, and we only believe that they're not good after they show us that. I think it's better to always look at them as, no, you're bad, unless you prove that you're good. And to prove that, he has to keep proving that. You don't just prove that once. Some people might think that it's hardcore or that it's unnecessary, but I don't. I think for safety reasons, women should have this mindset. Because every single day, women are the ones that are being hurt by us trying to always be nice and think people are good. We always give them the benefit of the doubt. How has that worked for us? It hasn't. So maybe we should try another approach.
We chose the
They don't get to have blind trust from you in any situation. It seems harsh, but it's not. Literally. This could save.
My daughter gave me these boots for Father's Day. Didn't expect much, but Velcro and a zipper, on in seconds. Great arch.
Men. So this is for all the men in a relationship, and this is coming from a non-dominant woman. Like, most men are dominant. There are dominant women out here as well, but from a submissive non-dominant woman, even though there are, don't get me wrong, submissive dominant women, I'm not one of them. And it's a lot of women like me out here, so I just wanted to let y'all men know, like, we look at y'all as the leaders. So if y'all are not, being affectionate, or like not, if we trying to be affectionate with y'all and y'all don't like it, or like we go off of y'all energy because we are submissive creatures, like, and especially if we're non-dominant, like, we're going off of your energy and what you like basically. So especially as a woman in love with someone, like, I'm going off of my man. Like, if he is very affectionate, it's gonna make me even more affectionate. Majority of women are very affectionate creatures. We want affection. So if y'all are not giving us affection, or y'all, like, push away from our affection, then we're going to, go in our shell. Not saying it's a bad thing, like, I'm just letting y'all know. And then for viewers that is seeing these YouTube couples, these TikTok couples, and y'all looking at them like, oh yeah, why they not affectionate? And then they end up being with somebody else, and you see how affectionate they is. Sometimes it's not the woman, because we're affectionate. Like, I am a very affectionate woman. So if y'all see me being affectionate with my man and he's being affectionate with me, it's because he is giving that energy out for me to be able to be open to be affectionate. Like, be more open to affection. Like, if your girl is trying to kiss you, kiss her back. Like, what? Some of y'all men, I don't know, like, y'all be so into y'all shell and don't be giving affection out to the women, but then when y'all see her with somebody else and y'all see how affectionate they are together, that should put a mirror in front of you and look at yourself. Like, don't be in a relationship with somebody that wants that type of affection. Like, let somebody else be affectionate with her at this point.
I hear women say things like, there is no reward in being a good woman. And why would I be a good woman? I guess for me, I want to know, like, what is the reward in being a hoe?
Real talk.
There's no reward in wearing your body down, baby. There is no reward in wasting your energy trying to use men for their money and whatever else that y'all feel like is a temporary award. One thing about being promiscuous, when you take that route and wanting to be super promiscuous and super hypersexual, aka being a hoe, just keep in mind, being a hoe is pretty much like having a felony on your record. Some jobs is gonna take a chance with you. Some men might take a chance with you, but the mass majority is gonna say, nah, I ain't messing with her because she got that felony on her record, which is you being a hoe. So y'all might want to think twice about that. Furthermore, being a woman, being a good woman, the reward in being a good woman is just simply being a woman. Just being unaccessible. Just like, how does that not make y'all feel like you that girl? Because for me, just being in a space where a lot of men can't say they have me, and a lot of men can't say, oh yeah, Chevy, I just got off the phone with, like, I don't know. That does something to me. Just not being accessible and available to every single man who calls me cute. That does something to me. I don't know.
Literally just drove almost an hour to come donate plasma. Spent 2 hours inside the plasma center filling out paperwork and watching videos just for them to prick my finger and be like, my H levels or whatever are too low and I can't give a donation today. Mind you, I was depending on that donation to be able to pay my rent today, so I'm just irritated and lost today, and I'm just over it. I'm over today as a whole. I just want to cry, and I kind of just want to, like, I don't even know, just cry, I guess. Sleep. Can't even sleep. You ever be so stressed out you can't sleep? I feel like I'm so stressed out I can't sleep properly. I feel like I'm always waking up anxious, because it's like whenever I wake up and it's the next day, it just makes me feel more anxious, because it's like there's just so much going on. I pray that the universe really changes my financial situation this year, because constantly being in this state of either having to work 3 to 4 jobs and never sleep, never get time to myself, barely be able to, like, take care of my well-being but be able to afford bills, or, you know, work 1 job or 2 jobs and still struggle on bills and still be, it's like you really can't win either way. And I'm just becoming so numb. I'm really numb, so I don't know. It's a waste of time. Irritated.
I am tired of living in survival mode. I'm tired of living in survival mode. Like, where does it end? Life is just so expensive. People that don't have no jobs, like, and they are living life. Like, what are y'all doing? Put me on. Like, God. Everything is so expensive. Bills is just so expensive. You just get bill after bill after bill after bill after bill. Bills. Then rent high. Groceries high. You go in there and buy 5 things. That's about $200. Might be exaggerating a little bit. $150. To get my glasses. They said they sick of y'all with all that makeup. They sick of y'all with them lashes. They sick of y'all with all that hair. They just sick of it. They say they sick of it. They say it's not that they sick of all the makeup. It's not the makeup. It's the fact that y'all have on so much makeup. And when you take the makeup out, you don't look like the makeup. They said that what really make them mad about the makeup, because when y'all take it off, a lot of y'all ugly. I said they ugly. They were like, yeah, they ugly. So they sick of, that's why they sick of the makeup, they said. I said, oh, that's not nice. They said, well, it's true. They ugly, a lot of them without makeup. And we want to see how they really look, so we could really judge if we really want them or not. They said y'all overweight. I said, look, I ain't gonna talk about nobody's weight, because baby, this belly right here is bellying. They said, no, They overweight. And then they say y'all have too much audacity. They say y'all have horrible attitudes. They say y'all car nasty. They said y'all house nasty. They said what? They said some of y'all be funky. They said some of y'all be musty. Y'all breath be stinking. They said y'all went and got them BBLs. They don't like the BBLs. Y'all think they like the BBLs, but they don't like the BBLs. And they said that all y'all want to do is go eat crab legs, corn, and potatoes. That's what they said.
Seafood boys.
That's what they said. Man. The men sick of y'all. They sick of y'all. Ladies, they sick of y'all.
Just me, but I've been very preoccupied with love as of lately. As a person with an avoidant attachment style and also spends lots of time alone and need that, it's being very preoccupied with a level of closeness that I'm not quite used to. Yes, I yearn for this, but I obviously have patience. And for me, I'm not looking to settle or looking to just be attached. I'm looking for my partner forever. And I'm very okay with waiting for that as long as it takes. I'm focusing on self-love, and I find that I'll find the partner that's ideal for me along that path. But what's been coming up is being distracted by loneliness because I'm yearning for love, as in romantic love. And as a Black woman, and I think that many of us might be a little bit desensitized to it, or maybe we feel this and don't really fully realize what this is that we're experiencing. But it's carrying that generational trauma of never being loved adequately. It's so many Black women being repulsed by receiving, or just not comfortable with receiving. Why? Because Black women are taught and conditioned that you should accept less. So by design, the average Black woman, their idea of love is, how can I make myself easier to love? How can I make things easier for the guy? How can I make him work less? How can I do more? How can I work for this love? And this right here is something that we're taught and is also reaffirmed whenever we go into relationships and we're questioned between what we bring to the table. And they often complain about us not being submissive enough. And mind you, I don't understand how Black women can even be perceived as not being submissive when all Black women know is how to be submissive. How can women that have a long history of caretaking and giving mammy and mother, how can you guys see that as not submissive? To be submissive is to be nurturing. I think that the men have not really quite experienced how to love the woman properly in order for them to submit to them safely. And also what I've noticed for Black women is that there's never quite any space for them to freely express their emotions. So many Black men or Black women are often rejected whenever they express themselves. What so many Black women speak about in their relationships with Black men is the moment she takes initiative around love or questions things around love or tries to express her love, she's perceived as...
Ladies, listen, Kevin Samuels was right. I saw all the negative stuff from his death this past week and all the negative comments. Don't shoot the messenger. We got to mature to a place where we are not upset with the truth. Now, I didn't agree with any of his delivery because he was harsh and he lacked compassion with the delivery. But I agree with most of what he said because I think what a lot of women were hearing is we don't have value. When really what he was saying is all women want a millionaire man or a six-figure man, but those types of men are typically not attracted to women like us. And he gave very specific reasons, and he used factual information from your own personal answers that you gave. If you're 10 and you can catch this type of man, why don't you have one? The fact of the matter is, I didn't agree with his methodology, but his message was very powerful. If we could receive it, I believe we could all evolve, because we tend to overlook the average everyday man, and that's just not wise. And I think the message that Kevin, well, the part that was lost upon most of us, is it doesn't mean that you don't deserve a high quality man. You don't have to make six figures to be a high quality man. And I think his message was, why not look in the pool of men who are attracted to you, who are looking in the pool of women that you fit in. Obviously, I'm not a size 6 and I don't weigh 100 and anything pounds. My education is limited. I have one degree, and that's in education, things like that. And so it doesn't mean that I'm of less value. It just means that a man who's looking for those particular qualities would not be attracted to me. And it's unrealistic for me to expect a man who's normally attracted to a girl who's a size 6, with a lighter hue, with more education, who has no kids or who's younger or whatever. It's unrealistic for me to want to try to attract that type of man, knowing that I fit none of the criteria. So I don't think he was right in how he dealt with women, but I do believe what he said to us was an uncomfortable truth that most of us needed to hear. A dose of reality that would benefit us greatly if we were open to receive it and apply just a little bit of the wisdom that God was using him to share before he left this earth. Now, I know I may get a little flack for this. I don't care. Those that I've been coaching and mentoring, you already know that he and I shared similar beliefs concerning certain issues. Kevin Samuels was right. And if you don't like the truth, change it.
Real talk alert.
Do something about it. Lose the extra weight, get the education, lower your standards enough to be balanced in your thinking, and you'll find love. That's all.
Even though
let the pick me and pick Misha comments rain on down, because what I'm about to say, I know it's going to piss a lot of y'all off. I see all of the back and forth about auditioning for a man, being an executive assistant just to get a man, all of this manual labor just to be a wife. So what do they get? If y'all don't want to cook, y'all don't want to clean, y'all don't want to help that man build. A lot of y'all don't even know how to pray on no man. Y'all can't even bring that man a can of soup when he not feeling well. So what does he get? Let me guess. You're pretty. Truth be told, a lot of y'all are not pretty. Y'all got a face full of makeup on and a lace front to cover up the missing edges because you didn't take care of your hair. Well, my body. Are you talking about the body that comes in a bundle deal at any plastic surgeon? That body can be bought multiple times over. Why would he pick you? Well, girl, I got tricks for the bedroom. I can do this. My cooch. You talking about that base model cooch that a lot of y'all don't even know how to clean and properly take care of? That's what the men said, not me. Them. I'm just trying to figure out if y'all are not giving these men anything that is special. And let's not forget, a lot of y'all's personality is literally copied and pasted from your favorite social media personality. You don't even have an original thought in your mind. So you cannot entertain this man. You can't make him laugh. You don't pray over him. You're not going to cook and clean. You don't know how to properly take care of your cootie cat. Your hair is missing on the edges and your attitude is bad. What do they get? But all the while, y'all want these men to get up every day and work as hard as they need to work to pay all the bills, put you in a lavish lifestyle, keep you up, treat you like a princess, take you out of town, take care of kids that they did not create, because some of us come with kids, right? Deal with nasty attitudes. Help me to understand why y'all think y'all are the prize.
Her family background. Always look at a woman's background. Her relationship with her father will tell you her relationship with you and relationship with your kids. And this is something men really overlook. And I think they're a bit stuck in America because everybody is raised by single parent homes. It's quite difficult to find a woman that's got a good relationship with her father. But men and women who have good relationships with their father, it does something to their self-esteem and it does something to their marriage unit. When you grow up without access to your father or a disdain towards your father, which is even more dangerous, you raise your kids on how to disrespect men. You raise yourself how to live without them, and it trickles into your own kids. So when you grow up without respect for fathers, you generally have a lack of respect for men and male authority. There has to be some male authority in your homes. Has to be. Somebody has to say, no, it's too late. Get the kids back in the house. There has to be some fear of fathers, because fathers will be there to protect you from your own mistakes. Mums give you unconditional love, but fathers, there needs to be consequences to your actions. Fathers should be the ones that execute that. Problem is, we see that as toxic. We see that as abusive. I was always terrified of my father growing up. I'm still terrified. Like now, I can't wear anything. You can ask the production. I was like, if my chest or anything shows, can you let me know? Because my dad will murder me. Honor killing is not out of reach. So like, you know, so I always appreciated that because it keeps you aligned. So the second thing is always look at her relationship with her fathers. Some women can't help that they weren't grown up with their fathers, but did they have a distaste and hatred towards him? That's a slightly different emotion. It's very difficult to hate your father without your mother's influence. So there would have been some toxicity passed on to her about men in general. It doesn't just stop at fathers. It extends to men in general. Wow. So if she really hates her father and you really hate your father, chances are you'll bond over that. You say, okay, me too, we both got these, but you'll create children.
Trying to project your issues on men. Do you understand me? You are a woman. You're the one who get fucked. I don't think you understand that. When a man get with you sexually, he's fucking you. Do you not know that? You're the one laying there, bent over, taking D. Not the other way around. You're the one taking D. See, your pastor is not going to teach this truth, this raw. But I am. Because I'm all about the truth. Because y'all ladies out here playing games. When a man lay with you, he's penetrating you. And guess what happened when he released himself? He released himself inside of you. You are carrying bodies because he released his spirit in you. He released his semen in you. His seeds went inside of you. And this is why you go through a metamorphosis. This is why you change. This is why you have emotional issues. This is why you're suffering from trauma and drama. It's because of all the men that screwed you.
You've been injured in a car accident, insurance company offer you $8 grand for a rear end crash. That ain't an offer, partner.
They screwed up your mind. And this is why you're seeing a therapist right now. Us brothers are not seeing no fucking therapist because we dated women. Men don't see no therapist because of these nonsense issues. You do. Because all the men that you laid up with, it fucks with your brain. And this is why you're jacked up mentally. This is why you got trust issues. This is why you got dating issues. It's because of all the men you laid up with.
Said, what am I doing with my time?
That's why you get caught up with boys and in situationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league.
And why do it always seem like the dudes that you don't like, them be the ones that you need to be with? Them be the ones who treat you the best. They be the ones who just, I don't know, you need to be with them. But it's the ones who treat you so fucking shitty and so like they do your ass in, them the ones that you want to be with. Like I don't get that.
Maybe you're the problem.
Hi.
What's your name? You say JJ?
Yeah.
Hold on, who is that?
Not really important right now.
You said no.
Given all that you saw. Also, there is another thing that is keeping black women single.
Let me tell you something. The church does not teach Christian women how to date. The church does not teach Christian women to date at all. What they tell us to do is to sit with our hands in our laps and to wait for a man to come at our door. That is not biblically wise. Faith without works is dead, and that applies to every area of our life.
This lady says that many people.
And if you can't get her ass right, get her out. Okay. Better is the wickedness of a man than a what again? This is so good.
And a woman who does good.
That means there's not a woman on this earth, not one, that your goodness can ever be better than the wickedness of a man. What you say?
That is the truth. That is the truth. I really do believe it because I think a lot of women, including myself, I mean, I'm a woman. I'm not going to deny it. We do things calculated. If we're doing good, it's being calculated. A woman will say, oh my gosh, I'm going to clean the house today and I'm going to cook a good meal because I really want him to take me to the movies tonight.
Oh, and he shall corrupt many by flatteries. Go ahead.
I am going to make sure that I do everything he told me to do, pay all the bills, do everything because I really want him to let me go out tonight with the girlfriends.
Always an ulterior motive.
I am going to make sure that dinner is ready because hopefully he'll take me out to dinner the next time I ask. I mean, everything is, you're driven by what you want. Everything, I don't care what it is, there is an undermining motive to manipulate that man into doing eventually what you want because of your good behavior.
You know, the prophet, open prophet Isaiah says, you know, I looked down and I saw among 1,000, I was looking for one righteous one. Couldn't find one. But out of 1,000, I found one righteous man. Out of 1,000, one righteous man. But out of 1,000, couldn't find not zero righteous women. See, again, I told you, I'm going to give y'all a chance and opportunity because, listen, most of y'all got this damn attitude out there because of bad teaching and bad rearing and bad raising and bad environment and bad home and dysfunctional homes, dysfunctional lives, offended, depressed, chaotic, chaos, insane, insanity, schizophrenia, mad at the world, mad at y'all, mad at every damn thing. It's just so sad that you can't, see, you'll never get delivered and you'll never get free until you accept what the Bible says and believe what y'all says. Just believe what y'all says. And then you can be the wonderful apple of his eye. Just believe what y'all says. Yeah, I passed it down all day. Yeah, do is just bash women and talk about it. But I'll tell you what, I learned it from y'all. If I do, I learned it from y'all. If I learned that correction, that instruction, that rebuke, I learned it from y'all. Don't worry about it, I'll take care of the man. But even at that, you're not justified. Because the book says a man's wickedness is better than all the good that a woman can do when you get finished with it at the end of the day. Woo! Can anybody hear me? Let the church say amen. Man, see, yeah, you damn skippy. I'm gonna get back. Yeah, I am the salt of this earth. I have not lost no flavor at all. Some of you Jezebels out there, you contrary spirited women, look what's happening to you. Look how your face is contorting and stuff. Anybody ever take some salt and put it in your hand and then shake it 3 or 4 times in your hand and put it in your mouth? That's how you looking at me. That's how you are responding to me right now. I am the salt of this earth and I had flavor. Now you got that right. That's why your face is all contorted right now. Instead of repenting, acknowledging the truth and turning from your wicked ways, you'd rather be bitter. You better be full of resentment. You'd rather sit up and argue and fight with me with words, nefarious words. You'd rather sit there and still disagree and be perched up on your Jezebel, wicked hill and mountain. And you're rather for even the Most High Yah, who wrote this in his word, to be wrong so you can be right. Ooh, hey, boy, I see the reason why hell had no large in itself. I see the reason why. I'm still on this dang wife right here who went behind his man back and would never tell him what she did with his daughter. What do you think about that?
That is a sad reality.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do she really love that man?
No. The thing is that with this account, she did not care about the man because she became a young mom and she had to struggle raising her children. So she did not want to experience the same thing with her daughter being pregnant. And she could not be a stay-home mom because she wanted to work and earn her own money because she had a career that she wanted to upkeep. And she rather sacrificed her daughter to being, like you said earlier, a whore.
She's for the streets.
Yes, and instead of being a mom that would say, daughter, that is not good. You should not open your legs and be with a man until the day you marry this man. She rather keep her daughter happy as a friend unto her and convince her that the birth control pill was the solution. But she never married that young man. She ended up breaking up with him. And of course, you know, with that comes more boyfriends. Like you said earlier, they're promiscuous.
More fragmentation of the soul.
Yes, and more a broken soul out there now. It's a sad reality, but that's just one account that I experienced out of the many that I knew about that really impacted me as a young mom. And I just couldn't see how moms did not want